online about what it means to be patriotic and how far we are allowed or we should be criticizing the situation in our country without being unpatriotic. So Afrobeat sensation Davido has advised Black Americans against relocating to Nigeria, citing the country's economy is, I quote, "economy is in shambles." He made these comments on the Big Homie's House podcast, and this comes amid speculation that some Black Americans are contemplating leaving the United States following Donald Trump's electoral victory. So here's what Davido had to say.
My original question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those...
Leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not?
Just, I mean, my country now is in, the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if people are leaving...
I do my part.
Yeah.
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not going to show the bad parts. I ain't going to show all the bad parts.
You're not going to try to slum. You're not going to show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
We Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high.
Well, this has elicited several responses and a lot of debate. The former aide of former President Muhammadu Buhari, Bashir Ahmed, reacted on his official X handle, and he said, "Selling out your country from foreign soil is so disappointing and unpatriotic. Public figures like Davido should know that, and they should act and be seen as good ambassadors for Nigeria wherever they find themselves." However, another user commented and said, "Is the economy in shambles or not? You can be honest and also be patriotic at the same time." Ayo, your take on this?
Yeah. I think it's a very difficult, to balance it, because when you're asked the question and you can hear the passion and the pain in his voice. First of all, let me say that Davido is one of our biggest ambassadors through his music. Remember when he had his wedding, he said he was very deliberate about we praised him that he could have done it anywhere in the world, but he chose to get married here. You know, the amount of investment for local businesses, showcasing Nigerian culture to the world, and how that positively impacts us. When he was on this interview, I think he was too blunt and too honest for a man who is recognized or is supposed to be an ambassador to Nigeria. A number of the things that he said, were they true? Are they false? A number of the things, sadly, there's an element of truth in what he said. The only thing is that when you go outside, you want to always represent your country in a positive light, irrespective. We can talk about amongst these things amongst ourselves. We can talk about these things amongst ourselves. But when we go out, we want to only project the positive image. And I think he exaggerated a bit too much by saying, "Oh, why are they coming back home?" This is a man who comes home very frequently, has enjoyed, the goodwill of Nigerians. We buy his music. A lot of contribution to the wealth that he enjoys today is from Nigerian pockets. So these are some of the things that I'll just highlight. But as a whole, I don't want people to just blacklist him and cancel him for this. Davido has done a lot in trying to project a positive image of Nigeria in many ways. But I want to also say that it's become too easy for people, especially when you go abroad, to push down and tear down and speak down on the nation. We're just talking about Kemi Badenoch, who I don't think she identifies as Nigerian anyway.
She does not.
But how it's so
more
easy.
British than the British.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier just to play to the gallery, to speak down or talk low. Every country has its problem, including America. There's corruption in America and the UK. There are a lot of bad things that happen in these countries, but I was shocked, Vimba, when I went to Atlanta. If you see the homeless, let me not say anything so I don't spoil that country for them, but it's just to say that they are very deliberate about what they show the world about their country. So maybe to just encourage people who have a large following and great influence to be very careful about what they say about Nigeria. At the end of the day, we are the ambassadors. Nobody can talk about your country as much as you can.
Absolutely. Dr. Bati, very quickly, in Zimbabwe we have the Patriot Act, which says that if you travel abroad and you decampaign your country, it's actually a criminal offense. But however, people are saying that Davido's father invests heavily in Nigeria. His uncle is also a governor. So you're saying in this talk about leadership, because at the end of the statement he said, oh, the leadership is also bad. People are saying, but your family is very influential and in a position of leadership. With just a few seconds before we move on.
People have been criticizing Davido. I think they are unfair to him. As a citizen, he has every right to express an opinion. As an artist, he also involved in the use of music, song, as satire, as social commentary. So he has an opinion like everyone else. And he's saying that, look, Trump, yes, he's in America. He's going to take over in January. People will say, oh, maybe I should leave America and come back home. What are they coming back to? That's what he's saying. That the economy is tough, everything is hard. Is he not saying the truth? Electricity is not available. You live in a band A network, but you probably get electricity for band 0 and all of that. So in terms of facts that he presented in that conversation, it was very clear. And people were advising him that he should be a good ambassador. Which better ambassador can we think of other than people like Davido, like, all the artists who are doing excellently well, Rema, Burna Boy, these are the people advertising Nigeria very well and putting Nigeria on the map. So their patriotism cannot be questioned. And in spite of all of this, Davido has dual citizenship, American and Nigeria. He contributes a lot. To celebrate his birthday, he has announced another 300 million, contribution. But he comes home, he says when he films here, he doesn't show, the bad parts. But he's just saying, things are hard in Nigeria. Isn't that what all of us are saying? But just to summarize, I remember the 1989 song by Professor Wole Soyinka. I love my country, I no go lie. Inside them, I go live and die. You push me, you push them, and no go. That's to your patriotism. You also have a sense of patriotism.
I love it. I love it.
Everything he did for Nigeria.
We're going to get to sing. We're going to get to sing. Trust me, there's a lovely song that we're going to get to sing.